Happy Oscar nominations. You guys know whenever you like set your mind to something, even though it doesn't make sense. Well, that was me today with this paper crown up top. My friend Megan said I would be good at origami because I have bulbous fingertips, allegedly, and she was sorely mistaken. The pattern I followed to make this crown was like a no glue, no tape situation, and this baby is full of tape. Guys, we made it. We're here. Everything we have done thus far has been in preparation for this day, which means if I get things horribly wrong, it is quite literally an ego death. Oh, what do you mean? I get to make this thing my whole personality and then I start flopping? And I'm not here to waste your time further. Let's get into it. I think I have to take these glasses off. Picture, the big money category. Picture, I feel pretty solid about. I'm not knocking the idea that there could just like totally be a surprise that I wasn't expecting, but at least I feel confident with the data that I've been given. Do we even need to talk about the obvious ones? No, we don't. One Battle, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, Sinners, Days Mamas are good, and they've been good. We totally have an Oppenheimer year. One Battle is about to sweep. Now I say that, but then I see that little stat that comes around that's like, the last film that swept the globes was La La Land and Social Network, and then they went to shockingly lose. But a shock it would be if One Battle falls from grace with the absolute steamroll that we are seeing right now. I think that second place is definitely Sinners, even though Hamnet just beat Sinners at the Globes. I think second is still Sinners, guys. Fear not, fear not. Here is the rest that we're rocking with. I'm proud to have never been a begonia doubter in this bus, in this house, in this land. Holy cow, is this movie safe? It's made it in everywhere. It got into PGA, and did y'all see that BAFTA long list? The Brits are obsessed. Then we go on down. Secret Agent. I am going Secret Agent. This one really just snuck on in there. We used to think this was Neon's fourth priority. That is not the case anymore. Secret Agent has been winning all of these international feature awards. Wagner Moura just won the Golden Globe. And so I believe that Secret Agent is in there and safe and good to go. After the Secret Agent, I believe in Train Dreams. Netflix finally got his shit into gear. It started prioritizing the right movie, and it paid off. Here's also why I feel like it's super safe. I know like a good amount of people who like, this is their #1 movie of the year. Train Dreams will pick up those #1 votes. I think it's good and safe. And I'll go ahead and talk about It Was Just an Accident now in that same breath. This being at number 10, I kind of feel vindicated. It Was Just an Accident. It's had a bit of a rocky ride. Everyone was predicting it, and then very early season, it seemed very strong with Panahi sweeping all of these critics awards. And then we've watched as the larger voting bodies have just totally been blanking on this film. The BAFTA long list was brutal, but I still think that it is safe. I'm very much viewing It Was Just an Accident as Triangle of Sadness. Triangle of Sadness also won the Palm. It got that surprise Ruben Östlund nomination. And so while Triangle of Sadness was very much 9 or 10 that year, it still managed to squeak in there. Now, the reason why I trust Just an Accident is because the lower options don't make sense to me. R.I.P. to No Other Choice, which is just like such a bummer. Like, it's gotten absolutely swallowed by The Secret Agent. Park Chan-wook missed the BAFTA long list. She's dead. She's gone. Anything below here is just ridiculous in my brain. Wicked, R.I.P. Miss SAG Ensemble, Miss Globe Comedy, Miss PGA, like goodbye, goodbye. Avatar also missing PGA. Jesus Christ. It's so dead. So that leaves us with the other 2 PGA movies. And I am genuinely compelled by neither of them. This just is not compelling to me. I feel like it doesn't have the prestige buzz. It has great buzz, but the prestige buzz, I just don't think it's quite there. And for being a horror movie, which is a genre that the Oscars absolutely despises and totally avoids, it's also really silly. And not that the substance is not silly, but again, I struggle to see weapons. Same thing with F1. Yes, F1 is competitive in techs. For me to even like buy either of these, I do feel like they would have need to have shown up in Critics' Choices 10, and Jay Kelly and Wicked both beat it. I know everyone is freaking out about It Was Just an Accident's chances right now, but that's not gonna be me. I feel so solid with this Best Picture 10. Shall we remember I'm Still Here sneaking in last year and feel bad and know that scary things could be coming for us. Director. This is actually when I lose half of you guys. I'm still snubbing Ryan Coogler. Listen! Could anybody have anticipated the Denis Villeneuve snub in 2021? What about the Edward Berger snub? What about the Alexander Payne snub? The Greta Gerwig snub? No. It just didn't make any sense now, did it? And I am predicting one of those snubs to happen this year. And I think it's gonna be Ryan Coogler. Paul Thomas Anderson is winning this. I still believe in Chloe Zhao. She's won before. Joachim Trier, this is the voting body's chance to be hip and cool and international. I have genuinely no doubt of him. And even after the BAFTA longlist snub, I totally still believe in Jafar Panahi. This feels like one of the most things that they would do. This is very much giving Ruben Östlund Triangle of Sadness, but Panahi's also literally stronger than Ruben Östlund and got into the Globes, and he's won critics groups. He just has such a ridiculously strong narrative. I know we saw Mohamed Rasulov have a very similar narrative to Panahi last year, and I mean, he couldn't pick up any steam, but Panahi is just simply a bigger name. Also, this is a Best Picture movie. This is 1000% the thing that they do. So then you're in the toss-up of like, what do you do for number 5? And even though Guillermo del Toro also missed the BAFTA longlist, I just feel like it could be him. If the Oscars was being the coolest, they would go Ryan Coogler or Josh Safdie. Josh Safdie, I'm just nervous for. I don't want him to get snubbed. Both of these would be really, really exciting. Guillermo del Toro getting a nomination very much reads to me James Mangold last year. The director's branch will be fun with the international auteurs, but then also sometimes they're just like, hey, Mr. Classic, hey, Mr. You, and they're gonna go Guillermo. These two guys are young and they both have impressive filmographies, but I just feel like that director's branch might just be like, not yet, not yet, not yet, and dangle a carrot in front of them. I'm just trying to call the snub, guys. I just have a sixth sense that we're gonna be really upset about Ryan Coogler's snub on Thursday, and Josh Safdie too. It's simply what I feel in my gut. And I could be completely and utterly wrong, but I don't think I'm being absolutely illogical here. And once again, we just drink the poison of what if I'm right. I know that no one's snubbing Ryan Coogler. And this is what we're going for the Oscars. Best Actress. What a wild ride. Really, the conversation here is just who was number 5. Jessie, Rose, Renata, Emma Stone. I think it's all good. I think we're all clear. Number 5, R.I.P. to Amanda Seyfried. Oh my god. I was ready to take her all the way from the beginning, guys. Adley is so dead. I really thought that the Oscar 5 was gonna be this, and I really think that this 5th slot is between Chase Infinity and Kate Hudson. That being said, the absolute dark horse for this category is Eva Victor for Sorry Baby. Everyone is talking about how Julia Roberts just called out Eva Victor at the Globes, and it's in prime voting season. I'm a victim of the Andrea Riseborough year. The reason why I don't think it's going to happen for Eva Victor is the buzz around Andrea Riseborough, at least, was very different than Eva Victor's buzz. Andrea Riseborough is like someone that was really well respected in the industry, that had been working on like for a really long time, and then she made this movie where she's really great and just no one saw it. Whereas Eva Victor is like attached to this project in so many other ways, like having directed it, having written it. When you think about Eva Victor and Sorry Baby, you don't necessarily think about their performance. You think about their writing and also that it was their directorial debut, which leads it to be in between these two. And I think I'm gonna go with Chase Infinity. I've been a Chase Infinity denier since day one. Chase Infinity is attached to the movie that is literally winning Best Picture. And I think being attached to the movie that's literally winning gives you a leg up over whatever the hell Song Sung Blue is. To be fair, I feel like Actress a lot of times isn't attached to Best Picture movies, and the only one that we have is Rose Byrne that's not. But I guess doubt Kate Hudson at your own cost, and maybe it's like right there, and I'm just in denial because, I don't know, internet brain, Song Sung Blue dumb movie, Song Sung Blue stupid dumb movie, why would anybody watch that? I tried to play that game with Blown, and that's why I missed Ana de Armas, but I want to go with Chase Infinity. Which again, if the logic was right there and I just, like, yeah, that hurts. But this is the 5 that we're going for Actress. I at least feel confident that I'm going 4 out of 5 in this category. Eva Victor, I hope to make it in. Best Actor. This one is very easy in my opinion. I was a certified Michael B. Jordan doubter. I am no longer, guys. I'm with the cause. I think he's super in there. These 4 men have gotten every single precursor, and I think that they are quite literally so solid, so safe. I will be going Wagner Moura instead of Jesse Plemons, even though Wagner Moura missed the SAG and missed the BAFTA long list. He is not alone in people that's happened to before that have then immediately gone on and got nominated for the Oscar. This happened to Antonio Banderas, Penelope Cruz, and literally last year, Fernanda Torres. And so especially with Wagner Moura coming off that Globes drama win, this is definitely the guy to go. And Jesse is firmly the spoiler. These are my 5 locked in. And now we get the headache category. Freaking supporting actress. So let us start with the things that we think we can trust. Teyana Taylor. So stoked for that Globes win. I think that she's totally win competitive for the Oscar now at this point. Amy Madigan as well. Certified doubter over here. I am predicting her for the Oscar. I still think that she's strong. Even after that disgusting sentimental value shutout, I think that Inga is super safe, super fine. But I will say, RIP to my girl Elle Fanning. The SAG snub with the BAFTA long list was the final nail in the coffin. I think she's out of the picture. I think she's dead. But Inga staying on strong. I will be going Wumi Masaku. I still think that Sinners is number 2 for picture. It's got a massive ensemble cast, and she is the supporting performance that has been the strongest. I think especially after the SAG nomination, I feel like I would be dumb to not go Wumi Masaku. And then we have The War. So Ariana Grande has gotten in everywhere. The data is not pointing to her missing, whereas Odessa A. Zion missed Globes, missed Critics' Choice, shows up at SAG, and also makes the BAFTA long list. But guys, I am sticking to my guns that this is Monica Barbaro. This is Monica Barbaro from last year. This is a woman who's in a Timothée Chalamet movie that comes out on Christmas Day, sneaks into SAG, and then gets into the Oscar. I believe it. Marty Supreme's momentum right now is so much higher than Wicked. She's attached to a Best Picture movie. Ariana Grande is not. And I think Ariana Grande is going to suffer through what Lady Gaga went through for House of Gucci, where Lady Gaga got every single precursor and then misses the Oscar. Margot Robbie gets in at every single precursor and misses the Oscar, being in a populist movie, playing a character that is a little cartoonish, a little silly, especially with Wicked not being in Best Picture. I think she's left stranded. I'm going to believe in the populism snub that happened to Margot Robbie and Lady Gaga is going to happen to Ariana Grande, and I'm going to believe that Odessa A. Zion is Monica Barbaro and she's in. And what's scary is that I could very much have this wrong, where Odessa and Ariana both get in, and maybe Wumi Masaku is weaker than we thought, or God forbid we actually really hate sentimental value. But I think the weakest out of the 5, oddly enough, is Ariana Grande. Isaac, I'm so sorry. I know we are going to be disagreeing about this. And this is the Oscar 5. Alright, we have another layup category, supporting actor. Guys, this is the 5. Brief memoriam for when we thought Jeremy Strong could make it. Potential spoilers could be Adam Sandler or Delroy Lindo, but guys, literally this is the 5. Stellan, my boy, even though you got SAG snubbed, you're maybe coming for the Oscar, baby. And I just really need that for my Vulture Movie Fantasy League, guys. But yeah, we don't need to talk about this more. This is quite literally the 5. Original screenplay. I still think that Sinners is winning this category. We have not seen any of these other movies challenge it, but I do believe that Sentimental Value and Marty Supreme are obviously safe. Because I'm going It Was Just an Accident in Picture, I'm still going for it in screenplay. And then I'm also going Secret Agent. I think Weapons still stands a shot. It's just hard to say so right now. I think Sorry Baby is unfortunately too niche. Jay Kelly's dead. For number 5, I'm actually gonna go Secret Agent. I think that movie just has guns. It has guns? This could be inherently riskier than the rest of these, but I'm going for this in original screenplay. Adapted. Sweet no choice. I hope you shock us all. These are all the same as last time, with how absolutely demolished No Other Choice has gotten, and the newfound strength of Train Dreams. I think I just have to go Train Dreams. Twist my arm. Yeah, okay. This is the 5 that we're going for adapted screenplay. Casting. So this is the first time that we are ever having this category in the Oscars, which means we have absolutely no data of how this category works and functions at all of the Oscars. I will explain why I'm going for each. much. I'm going Sinners because of the casting of Miles Caton, which is also the reason why I'm going One Battle is for the casting of Chase Infinity. Especially with Miles Caton and Chase Infinity actually showing up in precursor nominations. Obviously they're strong, and it's actually why I'm not going Hamnet, because like Jacoby Jupe cannot make it on a long list to save his life, and I don't know, I'm kind of just not feeling Hamnet for casting. I'm going Marty Supreme because of the Safdie's use of non-actors, which is also why I really want to go Secret Agent. Similarly to Marty Supreme, Secret Agent also has a massive ensemble of non-actors. I think that casting directors will pick that out, and I think that's why it's here. And then I kind of want to go Frankenstein for Jacob Elordi, just because I feel like Guillermo del Toro's casting of Jacob Elordi has been like very, very, very prominent in the campaign. And so I think they could do that. Would not be shocked if they end up going Weapons for the casting of the children and also Amy Madigan, and it also has just such a fun ensemble. I really don't think that they're gonna go Sentimental Values. Like, yes, the family is obviously so well cast, but I feel like that's not what this Oscar's for. I feel like the casting Oscar is more for finding talent than just placing people properly, which goes in contradictory with me picking Frankenstein. So should I just go Hamnet then? Wait, I think I just out-logicked myself. I am gonna go Hamnet because Hamnet did cast those children. Those kids are running around. That actually makes more sense to me. So, first time predicting the casting category. This is what we're going for. Take a shot every time I say this is what we're going for. Can I say anything else? Chill. Anyways, international feature, Neon 5, baby. Just try to argue against this. Like, maybe you think it's the voice of Hind Rajab. Sarat showed up on that Oscar shortlist too much for me to think that it's not just gonna be Sarat. Enough said. Neon 5 strong, actually. Documentary feature. Really uneducated on this one, to be so honest. Perfect Neighbor is the doc that I have on my fantasy team and the doc that's allegedly going to win. 2,000 Meters to Andrivka is the same people that did 20 Days in Mariupol. It's also got a lot of traction. I feel like I've seen a lot about My Undesirable Friends. I know a lot of people aren't predicting it, but freak it, we ball. The Alabama Solution, sure, and I'm going Cover Up. I could totally see Cover Up totally getting snubbed, but Laura Poitras did All the Beauty and the Bloodshed, which did not win Best Documentary, but I love that documentary, and it's amazing, and I'm just gonna be completely biased and be phony and be like, put Laura Poitras in there, do it, do it, do it. Literally don't listen to me at all. But don't click off either. Animated feature. Another obvious one, guys. Another absolute layup. K-pop's freaking winning. Little Amelie or
Little Am I Lie
and Arco are like, I mean, they don't have a freaking shot, but like they're there. Zootopia, Elio. Some of y'all want to predict Demon Slayer? Can y'all tell me if an anime film has ever gotten in like that? And I don't mean anime as in like Studio Ghibli. I mean like a proper anime film, which is basically just an arc in the manga that they decided to turn into a movie. Also, the first Demon Slayer movie was the first movie I ever fell asleep to in the movie theater. We don't need to stick on this any longer. Cinematography. There's been some updates in the precursor world. The Oscar is between Sinners and Train Dreams. Leaning is Sinners winning, but would be cool if Train Dreams won as well. The top 4 are very solidly in there. This 5th slot. Remember when we thought Hamnet was winning? Remember when we were like, yeah, Lucas Zall's probably gonna win for that? So why did it miss ASC and BSC? Guys, I'm shocked too. I think that Darius Konji's gonna get in. We're about to see a crazy Hamnet snub. Because what do you mean it missed ASC and BSC? So I think that this is the 5. Watch a BF1 and I'm just blind. Editing. Okay, I need to do some things in this category. So yeah, like I gotta take No Other Choice out, which is sickening. I just rewatched that movie. The edit is just so bonkers, bananas, insane. Why couldn't we have just gone No Other Choice? But fine. Here's where I want to do things. I'm wondering if Sentimental Value could sneak. I don't know why Hamnet needs to be in for editing other than it's like a top 4 Best Picture movie. Sentimental Value, you could complain that it feels slow, but I actually think that the editing is so fascinating. Like its use of montage and then also its choices to cut to black. And I could just be a stupid little stan, but I kind of want to go this. It's really just an instinctual thing. I'm gonna do it. Y'all tell me in the comments if I'm dumb. 'Tis what we're chilling with. Production design. Frankenstein's winning this. Sinners is in 2nd. I still think that this is where Wicked for Good gets its nod. I think this is where Hamnet does get a nod. And then I'm really between like One Battle and Marty Supreme for that 5th slot. I think Avatar got absolutely bonked in this category. I'm not really worried about it swooping in. And I'm kind of inclined to go Marty Supreme because I feel like Marty Supreme's production design is a bit louder than One Battle's. I feel like I'm just gonna go with Marty Supreme, keep One Battle out, keep Avatar out. This is the 5 that we're going with. Costumes, very similar to production design. I know the community is actually going Marty Supreme, but shall we underestimate Colleen Atwood? Do we underestimate Colleen Atwood at our own cost? I don't want to do that. And so sometimes the costumers also like to go for the names. And so I think I'm gonna do One Battle, not Marty Supreme. Womp womp if I'm wrong. Makeup and hairstyling. The Smashing Machine's been a little iffy here. I don't know how much visibility the Ugly Stepsister got, but I kind of want to go that over. Well, this is a little tough for me actually. Frankenstein's winning this. Wicked's still solid. Are we worried about the Smashing Machine? Do I want to go the Ugly Stepsister instead? I actually feel good about keeping One Battle, even though this nomination would literally just be for Sean Penn's mouth at the end. It's a great mouth. I kind of want to go the Ugly Stepsister. It's a body horror with a lot of extreme makeup. Every single time I've tried to throw the Smashing Machine a bone, I've been like, nah, they'll go for it. It keeps getting shit on. Maybe at the last hour I'm making the wrong call, but I'm not going for it. Also very tempted to go Marty Supreme for Timmy's acne makeup, only for the fact that Gwyneth Paltrow thought it was real. Getting a little risky here. VFX. All right, Lost Bussers, strap in. I'm a convert to the Lost Bus after its VES showing. Avatar's probably winning this. F1's fine. Mr. Bus and the Lost Variety. Superman, Sick and Lit, and I don't think I actually want to go Frankenstein. Maybe this is dumb as rocks, but I don't know. But I do want to put Tron Ares in. I don't know. Vibes? A lot of people want to call Sinners. I think that could just be over-nomination love towards the movie, which they do sometimes, but I feel like when they do that, it's like, because it's winning Best Picture. And what if that's the sign, guys? What if that's the train of logic? Sinners gets into visual effects. Surprise. We've been under a farce this whole time. It's not One Battle Swoop, it's actually Sinners. But no, I don't think so. Frankenstein had a huge miss at the VES, so I definitely don't want to go with that. So I think I want to vibe on this 5, guys. This feels fun and cool to me. Sound. This is where I'm having fun, guys. This is where I'm having fun. I totally would have gone Warfare if it didn't get absolutely bonked, but F1, Sinners, One Battle, sick AF. Avatar is sitting pretty. And you know what? I just kind of want to go Surratt. This could be incredibly misguided, or I'm gonna be super excited nomination morning. And you know what? Sometimes we simply just choose joy. I'm going Surratt for my 5th pick. It could be Frankenstein, but sometimes we just choose joy. So I'm going Surratt. Score. Once again, the top 4 that we always know. Listen, I am not one that necessarily puts on a movie score for fun, for pleasure, as they say, but I've been bumping the Marty Supreme score. Will the Zim ruin it for us? Will the Zim come in and take away the pure joy that is the crazy, funky, synth 50s fusion Marty Supreme score? Maybe so. I'm recalling the Challenger snub. I'm also recalling them going John Williams for the Dial of Destiny. And I fear the Oscars are allergic to fun. And I fear the same pattern could happen to the Dear Sweet Marty Supreme score, and that it's not gonna get in. Which, guys, I want to be on the wrong side of history, but my trust is just simply broken. So regretfully, this is my top 5 for score. Last category, original song. Golden is winning this award. I Lied to You will get in for Sinners. The Girl with the Bubble will be the Wicked song. Train Dreams is gonna sneak in there. And then Mama Diane Warren herself. I love that we've gotten so meta with the Diane Warren. She is gonna get Oscar nominated for a documentary about herself. And the fact that she's not winning this year for her song in the documentary about herself called Dear Me, it's poetic. This is the 5. And those are my Oscar predictions. Guys, we've made it so far. And there's still more to go. It feels scary to have it all locked in. And when you put it all on the internet, no last minute changes. Shout out to all my sweet friends who have been getting into it with me and keeping up with the Globes and the Critics' Choice. I feel really lucky and happy that people are open to hearing me yap about this stuff. So, thank you guys for watching. And I will be seeing you lot Thursday morning. Yes, I will. When I was 8 years old, a Hobby Lobby worker yelled at me for touching the boas, and it's just not a safe space for me anymore.